An innovative computer coding program is part of the effort to break the cycle of mass incarceration in the U.S. Priscilla Chan, the co-founder of the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative and wife of Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, is helping to create opportunities for female inmates in Oklahoma. Listen to this. The state is called the prison capital of the world because it has a higher incarceration rate than anywhere else. Oklahoma's female incarceration rate is more than double the national average. And only on CBS This Morning, Priscilla Chan takes us inside a medium security prison in McLeod, Oklahoma, where she's empowering female inmates with a keyboard. When you think about rehabilitation or teaching prisoners, I think coding is really the last thing in a lot of people's minds. Why coding?
I was just talking to a woman in the classroom, and she's been incarcerated for 17 years, and she is ready to return to her community and wants to contribute. And she knows that the industry and the world has moved forward, and we need to be giving people who are incarcerated the cutting edge skills.
I was computer illiterate completely. Yeah.
Priscilla Chan is helping to bring those cutting edge skills to 18 women at Mabel Bassett Correctional Center. It's the largest female prison in Oklahoma with over 1,200 inmates, 85% of whom are mothers.
Use HTML.
Through the Last Mile program, these women will learn computer coding languages like HTML,
.html,
and JavaScript.
Text edit, preferences.
How do you teach coding when there's no internet connection at these prisons?
It's phenomenal what they're able to achieve, but I think it just speaks to how dedicated they are to actually learning the skills.
Do you really think that tech companies will want to hire felons?
I think they want to hire people who are motivated and have the right skills, and so yes, I do.
She realized technology could help unlock opportunities for others when she and her husband, Mark Zuckerberg, visited the Last Mile's coding program at San Quentin Prison in 2015.
70% of individuals who are incarcerated will come back. But if you give vocational training, it goes down to 30%. In the Last Mile program, it is 0%.
Inside the Oklahoma prison, we met Taquiana Culver, who dropped out of school at age 13, had her first child at 15, and was in prison by the age of 34. In the dozen years she has spent behind bars, she's gotten her GED and is now a college senior majoring in business. She says she has a 3.9 GPA.
How much longer will you be here?
2.5 more years.
So you're almost there.
I'm almost there.
Are you scared when you think about what you're going to do when you get out of here?
I am. Not so terrified that I can't think clearly. I always keep in the forefront not wanting to make the same mistake that brought me here, so.
Or the mistakes that got you here?
Yeah.
What happened?
Literally, wrong place, wrong time, wrong people. I was separated from my husband, was going through some things, and I got involved with another guy that was not the right type of guy, and drugs, drinking, and I was at a place where I shouldn't have been with him, and someone ended up dying, and I mean, thank God it wasn't by my hands, but I was still there. And
you were convicted of second-degree murder.
I was convicted of second-degree murder.
What do you want people to know about that?
I want people to know that it's time to stop defining each individual with the mistakes that they make. Because if you are taught better, you do better, and a mistake does not make you a monster. We are worth redemption, and we can be redeemed. We can redeem ourselves.
If Taquiana graduates, she will join the nearly 500 inmates across 4 states who have completed the year-long course to become software engineers.
There are so many jobs that need to be filled today, and so I think there's an incredible appetite for people with the right training to do the right job. 1 in 2 individuals have a family member or someone in their lives that is involved in our prison system.
What would you say to those who say that someone who's been convicted of second-degree murder does not deserve a second chance? She deserves to be in prison.
I think we have to be aware that all of those women in the classroom and everyone who leaves prison has served their time. Each one of those women is a mother, is a family member, and as Brian Stevenson says, more than the worst thing that they've ever done.
Okay. It's really interesting to visit that prison. Oklahoma has one of the highest incarceration rates because they have very strict sentencing laws there, so that's why they're targeting that particular program. But it really gave me a new understanding of some of the women that are there. I mean, Talk, as her nickname is, and she has spent her time there trying to get educated and be prepared for when she gets out. She's trying to redeem herself.
I like when she said, I'm terrified, but not so terrified that I can't think clearly. And I think Priscilla makes a good point. You know, these people have served their time. And so once you serve your time, don't you deserve a second chance if you've actually paid for the crime?
And it's important for executives and business owners and tech leaders like Mark Zuckerberg. And we had Bill Gates on last week talk about what they learned from inmates, right, and spending time with them.
He was there too. You're right. I forgot about that.
And if you don't have skills when you go back out into the world where you're alone, it's just you're going to the pipeline right back is so clear if you don't have skills.
In that state, they are spending 5 times more on jails and prisons than on education. Just let that sink in.
Numbers are out of whack on that.
Let that sink in.